Unbought and Unbossed. You can also add unbothered. They tried to silence her. She ran for president. How about another story of Black history that makes you go, In this episode, we're stepping into the story of Shirley Chisholm, the Brooklyn school teacher turned congresswoman who refused to wait her turn, who walked into rooms not built for her and said, "I'm here now," and who changed America, changed their American politics forever, because she dared to be first. They told us power only moves when it gives you permission. That the system would eventually make space for women, especially Black women, if they were just patient enough. They just worked with the system. But not Shirley Chisholm. She didn't do patience. She did progress. In 1968, she became the first Black woman elected to the U.S. Congress. 4 years later, she announced her campaign for presidency of the United States, not as a symbol, but as a contender. Here's what really happened. Born in Brooklyn to Barbadian parents, Shirley St. Hill Chisholm grew up splitting time between New York and Barbados, where she absorbed a culture of discipline, study, and self-respect. She worked as a teacher and as an early childhood education advocate before running for office, bringing a classroom clarity to the chaos of politics. In Congress, she called herself Unbought and Unbossed, a promise to the people that lobbyists and party bosses would never hold her leash. They tried to box her in. Party leaders offered quiet committee seats and polite applause if she would just play along. She refused. She fought for child care, fair wages, food programs, education and women's rights, policies rooted in common sense and human dignity. When President Nixon vetoed a comprehensive child Development Act in 1971, a landmark bill that would have made child care affordable nationwide, sounds like a serious dilemma still today, Chisholm blasted the decision as a moral failure that punished working families. Then came 1972. Shirley Chisholm declared for president with 7 breathtaking words. "I am not the candidate of Black America, although I am Black and proud. I am the candidate of the people of America." She campaigned against racism, sexism, the war machine, walking into segregated halls, enduring death threats, and being blocked from television debates. When George Wallace, a segregationist opponent, was shot, Chisholm visited him in the hospital, a gesture of racial humanity that shocked the nation and softened Wallace's views on civil rights. You better go study the history of that man. But why does this matter today? Because Shirley Chisholm showed us what leadership looks like when it's accountable. When it's accountable to the people and not the power. She taught that representation is not about optics, it's about outcomes. She built coalitions that cross race, gender, and class, proving that justice is not a niche agenda, it's a national one. Every Black woman in American politics who steps to a podium today, every young organizer who refuses to shrink, is walking in the path of Shirley Chisholm, the one that she cut down with her own steps. She didn't win the White House, but she won something bigger. She gave the country a preview of its better self, a democracy where courage, clarity, and care are qualifications, not liabilities. And she left us a charge. Bring your own folding chair when there isn't a seat for you at the table, then build a bigger table. So what about you? Where are you waiting for permission to lead? What room needs your voice exactly as it is? Unbought, unbossed, unafraid. Shirley taught us that first is never an end. It's an opening for everyone who comes next. We understand that 5 minutes a day keeps the miseducation away. That's why I want to continue to encourage you to stay curious, stay consistent, and keep learning what they tried to bury. If you enjoyed this lesson, this conversation, and want to go deeper, click the link to learn more about our Black History flashcards and our membership programs here at Urban Intellectuals, and start reclaiming our story one card at a time. Till next time, good people, I'm Freddie Taylor, CEO and founder of Urban Intellectuals. Love, peace, and power to the people.